Okay, so the opening credits is much better this season. It puts me in a better mood, you know. I did not like the Blood and Stone opening credits from the first season. It was just too gruesome and icky to have to see every week. I wouldn't mind if they kept this for future seasons, though it'd be cool to see each season have a whole different opening credit sequence. We start off with a sort of Legends story, which settles us in real nice. Gives us a little bit of that nostalgic feeling for Game of Thrones as we see the other son of Rhaenyra trying to get some allies here at the wall. A very welcoming start to the season, but I had to do some recap watching, and I did watch the last episode before this. I do recommend watching the last episode before this because it picks up pretty much where it left off. We'd love to see Daemon getting checked by Rhaenys here. I mean, Rhaenys is fully on Rhaenyra's side now, right? She's all on board on Team Black after being a little bit wobbly in the first season, but she definitely feels like Rhaenyra is the best bet for a woman ruler, maybe trying to live vicariously through her a little bit. So this scene's like demonstrating the differences between the matriarchal versus patriarchal ways of going about war. Part of the thing about last season was to show how Rhaenyra was a bit naive, sending her boys out to deliver those messages. It's a nice back and forth. You know, there's pros and cons to the more active versus more cautious approach during this wartime. So we got Chorus back. Last season I wasn't too fond on how they portrayed the Valyrian characters, but it does look like they've improved the wigs, so that's better. Looks like we're gonna get some more screen time from the Sea Snake and his faction. This appears to be a new character we got here. We'll see how it goes. A little short scene, not quite sure how it's gonna unfold, but we'll see. People haven't caught up yet. The Helena's a dreamer. She's a prophesier. She seems to talk nonsense, but really a lot of the things she says have come true, right? And now she's talking about rats. She's scared of rats. Everyone treats it as a joke because they think she's weird. Maybe they should have been listening and paying attention, because the rat catchers are what come for her baby. Oh nice, it's nice to see Cunnilingus be just another sex scene. No big thing. You know, back in the day, this type of scene would have gotten an NC-17 in a movie theater. But yeah, it looks like Alicent and Kristen Cole are a thing, secretly a thing. The kind where she's like, let's not do this again ever again, and then immediately the next night they were fucking. But you know this is gonna sour. Kristen Cole's gonna end up hating Alicent just like he hates Rhaenyra, because she's got more important things to worry about and he's just a jerk in general. I didn't notice that the rat catcher was here early on. Look at that little foreshadowing. So last season Alicent was reluctant about all this killing and stuff, but now it seems like she's all on board with Cane Dude's plans to murder those who oppose her. And in this cruel world she's in, she can't quite dwell on it. She's not willing to turn a blind eye to the violence she enacts through Cane Dude. The Hand's like, hey, we can't be so nice, we can't afford everything, but whether it's the monarchy and feudal fantasy or governments today, it's all about funding the war. War profiteering is good. Goat farmer's bad. King guy's back and he wants to be the Hand to this new king here, the bro king. You need to distinguish yourself from the rest of the kings, you know, have me by your side. I'm pretty amoral, you know, we'll get along. I can kill for you, you know. Alicent is chastising her father a bit because he's been undermining her at the council table. No one will respect her because he's so respected, you know, because he's been around, he's got that beard privilege. But he actually listens and actually realizes that, yeah, he didn't realize what he was doing. And Alicent here acknowledges that, yeah, violence is sometimes necessary if we want to achieve our goals. These Eric Knights are interesting, you know, they're twins and one's on the black side, one's on the green side. Ooh, so like nurture versus nature and stuff. Cool. It's cool he stands up to Daemon here, you know. I like to see people shutting Daemon up a bit every now and then, you know, it's nice. These Targaryens are so full of themselves thinking they can control dragons when in fact they do as they please sometimes. And the big dragon just eats the little dragon, including the little human on top. Rhaenyra's back. She's still mourning and angry. All she can muster is that she wants Aemon. You know, and that puts Daemon into action. He's like, okay, I guess I'll go get Aemon then. You know, in her anger, she didn't specify, oh, I want him alive, I want him dead. I suspect she kind of wanted him alive to like to answer for his crimes or something. This scene is just so sad. His mission ended up being the easy one, and he's crying all through this. Rhaenyra's crying. I was crying. It was a good crying scene. Okay, and so yeah, so Daemon goes over here and he's like sneaking around, you know, finds a friend and finds a rat catcher and convinces them, hey, go find Aemon and kill him. And they ask if they can't find Aemon, what do? And it cuts off. You don't know what Daemon's answer is, but you can suspect it's, oh, any son will do. So they find Helena's babies, and they ask her to point out which is the boy. He even says they can look for a cock, but they don't. Like, I don't know why they don't do that. Like, if they're gonna kill him anyways, and you'd think they would. You know, it's a little weird. I guess they're just dumb. And this is the worst moment in television history. Like, just the sound effect alone of her walking out as they're cutting off the little boy's head. Like, I think I'm permanently scarred. I think I'm inside Helena's head right now. When the credits hit, like, I just sat on my couch and I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. That was a lot. She interrupts Allison and Kristen. I mean, earlier on we're having some good times with the cunnilingus scene, but now sex just seems so trivial. It's like, oh yeah, we're watching House of the Dragon. The tawdry sex is just a little bit of the spice in the pool of blood that is this show. You know, this might just be now where Allison goes full berserk. I wonder how she's going to deal with this virus compared to Rhaenyra. I'm sure it's going to be different. What is freaking Rhaenyra going to do about Daemon's decision to pull this off? The war is in full swing now. Apparently in the book, this whole scene was even worse. Like, the assassins asked Helena to point out which son to kill, and she pointed to the younger one, and then the guy was like, haha, your mother wanted you to die, and then they killed the other one. And there was like this assault involved against Allison. It was a lot more, you know, so they toned it down. Even still, it's a hard watch. What a way to open the season. I think it was an excellent start. A lot of people didn't like the first season because the time jumps, everything felt discombobulated. I didn't mind it too much. But it seems like now we're moving at full throttle. It's a cruel, cruel world. I'm gonna keep watching. There really isn't any other medieval fantasy show at this level right now, or ever. And I really like Allison and Rhaenyra as the leads of this series. It's a lot more focused than Game of Thrones. We're getting a little more peaks with the common folk. Maybe we'll see more of that coming up. See how they deal with this War of the Dragons. Anyway, my brain is running out of juice. I kind of want to watch the whole season 1 again, but I just don't have the time, you know. So much stuff going on this summer. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Under the moonlight. Bye bye.